With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Good move at the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was wrong in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 in the first down.
That's definitely what we call a defensive play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. The Ravens at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Injuries delayed Rashad Bateman's arrival into the Baltimore Ravens lineup in 2021, but he still put up 515 yards in 12 games as a rookie. The Ravens do believe a 1,000-yard season is more than possible from their first rounder in 2022. Here, he gets him a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this one just shot. Down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Another run here with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In motion comes the tight end left. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Burrow eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how frequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic, and as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were down.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. The 20. 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens are going to get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's got some space here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keep.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
Touchdown, Bengals.
T. Higgins.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to claw one back. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the Bengals' first play.
That was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now it's Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Again, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. 12, 42.
And Burrow going to keep it himself.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is